If you brought a vibrator out for her and you said you want it, you would be a king. She'd be like, you care about my pleasure.
All right, I'll do it. But the vibrator gotta have my skin color.
What's good, mi gente? I'm Sasha Merci.
Hey, Sister Sepulveda in the building.
Erik Rivera still here.
Oh, thank you for being here. So welcome to 3Gs in a Pod. This episode, we're going to be talking about sex, love, relationships, and so much more. But first, we're going to start off with...
There was something in my head. I was blowing... Yo, y'all need to grow up.
No, you need to...
I need to grow up.
All right,
let's
let's
learn
start
how
with
to
my
spit-
favorite segment.
White people problems.
Yeah, baby.
So we've got this girl right here on TikTok.
She's white?
And she's got some things she's got to say. So let's hear what she's got to say, please.
Okay, Disney, I got a question. How come the new Haunted Mansion didn't need any racial updating? Because even in the original, it was about a black family with a couple of extra white people. I just think it's super coincidental and funny that you don't feel the need to racially update anything that already has black people as the star. But you can't be racist to white people, so it's fine.
So this is one of those people that got messed up when there was a Black Little Mermaid. She's
Oh,
one
I
of
was
those.
gonna say, yeah, she's one of those, like...
So she's got a
Little Mermaid was
problem with Haunted Mansion because it's still black family, because Eddie Murphy did the original. Now this one, it's got the dude from Atlanta, and if I'm blanking on his name, Tiffany Haddish. So she's like, oh, there was no updating here. What the hell, Disney? Because apparently white people are being left out of movies.
Wow. Well...
how are you being left out when you 75% of America? And African Americans are only 13%, and everybody else is less than that percent. Like, what are you left out of? Like, you're left out of nothing. Let us have a moment. Let us have a thing. Let us feel represented.
Yeah.
And your teeth was so yellow, my man.
Yo.
Her teeth was so
did you see them
yellow, bro. I thought it was corn.
Pull
Like, it was
those
corn
teeth
chips.
back.
You are a white woman with
Bro.
white problems, but not white teeth.
Not
apparently.
white teeth. You
Good
got
God.
them shits is yellow as heck.
Shit.
My goodness,
I don't know
yo.
yo. I don't know if she should brush her teeth or put mayonnaise in front
Listen,
of
her
the
mouth,
she
her mouth
glow
has
in the
diversity.
dark.
Her mouth has diversity.
Yeah.
Ain't no white people in there.
Girl, brush your teeth before you start talking, please.
Shit, talking spicy with them
Look
teeth.
at them yellow teeth. They as yellow as a bird's in
I don't know why everybody.
Her teeth are diversified.
I don't know why white people get so upset when something is racially like just changed. You know, with Black Little Mermaid was one of the things. Like if you look at the old movies, first of all, if you watch some of the old movies, they are racist as hell.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh wow, that's happening. But there's a lot of kids out there, and the diverse kids, like they want to be princesses or princes. And when they put them on, like I hate to say, like my kid got dressed up one year, and they're like, oh, check it out, yo, is Mexican that? And I was like, no, he's just that. He's just
that.
He's Captain America. Like he's not Central Captain America. Like that's
Yeah,
what are you doing? So we
yeah.
need to diversify these things because kids are watching this and they need role models.
Yeah.
Like how many Latina princesses does Disney have?
Right.
None. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
that's true.
listen, I'm gonna hit you guys with my Hollywood conspiracy theory right now.
Oh, hit us.
Good hit us with the
We are being left out of movies.
Oh,
Yeah.
here we go.
We're being left out of animation, superheroes, but mainly movies. That's why every year it comes out those reports like, oh, we 2% of the people on screen. And right now, white people are doing this tricky thing where they're doing period pieces to leave us out, and we don't get mad at it because we don't realize it's happening.
What do you mean?
Hulu's got a show called The Great. It's about Catherine the Great. There's a timepiece where there were no Latinos, right? You got Bridgerton, like it's old English. The Crown.
Whoa,
the Crown
whoa,
is a
whoa.
big one on Netflix. Bridgerton was a bad one because Shonda
Bridgerton,
Rhimes
she's
did
doing her
update
thing,
that.
It's like we want
The
to,
Crown.
It's a period piece.
Yeah, we can't. Oppenheimer's a big movie right now. There was no. Come on. There was no
Oh,
Latinos.
bullshit. There was no Latinos.
There
I
was no
get
Latino
you.
janitor in the.
I know there was no Latino
in the
janitor
lab.
fixing the goddamn bomb. It's like, hay una bomba, mira. Ah, está bonito la bomba. It's like, who disconnected the wires? It was me, senor, because there was dirt on the wire. And so I take it out. It's good now. It's good now.
There was no
Fantastic.
Latino lab assistant. Hey, Jose, don't polish that. No, mijo, es que listen.
Mr. Oppenheimer, I have a question. La bomba was doing flashing lights and I disconnected it porque dije, no, esta madre, if it blows up, not on my watch, cabrón.
Right.
There wasn't that scene. Hey, who moved the bomb? It was right here.
Who cleared up the whiteboard? It was me, Mr. Oppenheimer. it was me.
But that's the thing,
Yes.
right? It's the funny thing about like what you're saying right now, where all these things are coming out and all these main characters are white, and you're just upset that one character like the Little Mermaid is now black when you still have the majority of Hollywood.
Whoa, dude.
I don't want to. I said in the beginning of this podcast, we're going to be talking about sex, love, relationships, and I'm very curious about what was it like the first time you got to round base.
The full bases?
The first base, rounding first base.
What is full? Okay,
Oh,
number one.
Let's establish the bases before we go into
Okay,
it.
now let me tell you.
I think it's three.
Go ahead,
Let me tell you my base.
I thought it was three.
What's first base?
Let me tell you my bases.
First base is
I thought it was
First
three.
base is busting a Mizak. A Mac.
making out.
Making out.
Oh, I don't know what the heck that was.
Hold on. I'm not done with my bases.
I thought we were gonna make sure we're
I was
on the
just-
same page on. Because
Okay, and then-
my fear is your bases are way off. Like,
Hey.
third base in a butt. All right.
All right.
So what's your first base?
Hold up. See
No,
what I
no,
said
no,
about butt stuff? You see what I said about butt stuff? Hold on. This is a fact. We have it on film right now. No one mentioned butt.
I said in her
But
butt.
you. Yeah.
Look
Her
how
butt.
excited you got though.
I'm sure it was her butt.
Look
You-
how
All
excited
right,
you
Your
got.
eyes got glossy.
All right.
Like you just
All
kinda-
right. Listen. Okay.
you went in
Let's
a
talk,
trance.
let's
You
talk
gotta
about
stop
bases.
Anyways, second base is what?
Let's talk about bases, right?
What's
so
first
first
base for
base
you?
is kissing.
Yeah.
Kissing.
Yes. We're on the same
Okay,
page.
yeah.
Second base is touching.
Touching.
No.
Touching what?
Touching.
Boobies.
Areas.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Finally, we're in the
Yeah,
same fucking
touching
page.
boobs, areas, touching.
Yo, look
each
how
other.
uncomfortable Sasha gets. Touching, you know,
Touching.
like.
Touching.
Touching.
And then third base,
Third base.
Is, you know.
is we getting down, screaming down, screaming
Oh, really?
down.
No.
I thought it was
third base is
finger banging, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Wow, Dominican's got a whole like. Mira,
Oh,
papá.
shit.
I
Yo,
hear
y'all
triple.
skip base?
No,
Did
I'm
y'all
thinking
skip
about
base?
baseball.
all the
I'm
way,
thinking about
so all
baseball.
the way was third base. Like, you don't even, so what's home for you?
The
All right,
Dominicans are
I'm
just
not
like,
going
yo.
down.
Now I
Like,
want to
you
know what.
Usted vamos a
home plate
hacer
is.
esto
I
o
would
no?
say
Like,
neck
damn.
rolls, like going down on the neck rolls. You know what I mean? Neck rolls. Third base.
Neck rolls. Yeah.
You get what I'm
Third
saying?
base
Like
is,
singing on the mic.
That's what we're
Singing
talking
on the
about.
mic on the
That's
third
what we're
base.
talking
All right.
about.
Okay,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
home is all the way.
All the way.
Yeah.
So we on the same page.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because
Sasha's
every time I think about the
uncomfortable
bases,
and
I
singing.
think about baseball. It's like first base, second base, third base, and then
That's it. That's all that happens. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
I don't know, Eric takes it somewhere else. He probably does something at the benches. I don't know what's going on over there.
On the bench? What
I'm
do you-
just saying. I don't know. I'm just saying.
What you even saying?
Anyways,
So yeah. So when was the first time you ever got to first base?
first base. Oh man.
Getting caught in the action.
I'm not gonna lie. First base was young for me. I was doing this shit young.
All right, Mike. I should have
why
never
we
started
asked.
with
I
him.
don't know why we
asked. You know what I'm saying?
What about you?
I started my shit at young age at the
Nah.
fucking playground, at the apartments with some pretty girl. We started making out.
How
Yeah.
old? How old?
I probably was in kindergarten. I ain't gonna lie.
Kindergarten? You were
Maybe
making
head
out?
start. I was a player from the
I don't know
Himalayas.
about making out. What are you talking about? I know like
I'm talking about making out.
Kindergarten is like kids. Oh. Making out is like
you're right,
grabbing
No, it was
neck.
a kiss. It was a kiss, but I was kissing. I already had sweaty hands and everything.
Oh, but
Mhm.
like,
was like,
but
oh.
like, isn't first base like as a kid?
Yeah,
It
but
was
okay,
for me.
okay,
Look,
all
my
right, okay.
look,
What
my
was-
my
In
kid,
kindergarten-
my kid is
Listen,
7,
just
and
'cause
he's
you ain't
already
got
like
game.
he's got girls that he like plays with, and he's like, I kissed her on the mouth, and like he kisses them like it's a friend, but he's not making out.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
you know
I
what?
gotta
That was a
watch
wrong.
him.
That was
Yeah.
a wrong.
Keep watching him, 'cause
question
that's how I
to ask.
started.
What was the first grinding session and what song? Which party?
It was Grind on Me. That was that song.
That song came out when you were like 20, no?
Exactly. Whoa. Nah, that was when I was in middle school.
Middle
Yeah,
school?
20.
I was in middle school.
Yeah,
Okay,
20.
okay.
You got left back a couple times.
Yeah, well, they did bring me back a little bit.
Nah, I didn't know.
No, but yeah, that wasn't like middle school. No, it was freshman year of high school, and it was a grind. No, oh no, it was back that ass up, and it was at this girl's house in middle school, and I was like 7th grade.
Yo,
And I
his
remember
story
her
went
mom
from romantic to
hold on.
back that ass
Her
up.
mom was. They were working back in the day. The moms and the parents used to work,
Working.
and the kids used to be
Working.
left alone in the neighborhood. So we all like got together at this one girl's house because she had a pool, and I remember we went to the living room. Her sister was adopted, and she was like 18, and she was a wild child. She was like, they could control this bitch.
Silver
Like,
teeth?
she was out here silver teething it up with everybody. So she was wild. She was a wild girl. She had booty shorts before booty shorts were booty shorts. You know what I mean? Like all the tios in the neighborhood. So there was that girl that was just walking around the neighborhood, showing cheeks.
And she was adopted.
And she was like, she came to the house, and she told them to start freak dancing. That's what she called it, freak dancing. So you guys should freak dance. And then on us, or the guys, and we were all like, oh, that's what it was.
Okay, that was
To
your
back
first
that
time.
ass up.
Back that ass up. Oh my
And you
God,
were
I
like-
put that shit on repeat.
What was your first experience of grinding
It was
sessions?
it was a middle
song?
school dance, and this is Usher's "Nice and Slow" came on, and I grew up very religious, so when it happened and I started feeling the blood flow, I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I got to go to the bathroom. Like I panicked and I walked off, and I was just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm gonna go to hell. This is
Dang.
sin.
Let me tell you something.
Dang, that girl was probably like, I thought we were connecting, and he just
tell you
left.
something right now,
And
I
you was
never
like having a
walked off.
whole anxiety attack.
We know Jesus.
I let the
we
bump
know.
come through, poke, all that.
Yo, Jesus.
What about you?
Jesus Santísimo.
Well, I'm pretty-
No, for me, it was like I was high school. I was in high school, and it was like reggae. It was like a reggae song. I can't remember. So I had heads high, get on with no. Yeah, never heard that song.
No.
Yeah, I know.
No?
the song.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
I'm
heard
East
it.
Coast. I know.
Okay, thank you.
No,
So like it was a reggae song or whatever, and I thought the guy was cute, and then I was like the first, and then I was like, he turned out to be my first boyfriend, and that was it.
You got to do it the right way. When you broke and you just out here giving, you know what I mean? Give a good dick and you broke.
No, I don't know what you mean.
And you just like,
You
when you're
stealing money
done,
from
they're just
chicks?
like, oh my God, that was
Save
crazy.
money. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, you just fucking get up and you just be like, yeah, I was just, never
That's
mind.
my tip,
Hold on, I'm
girl.
trying to explain to you how to do it. You just look at them and you're like, hey, oh wait, no, nothing, never mind. And girls are always like, what? What is it? Nah, nothing, never mind. Just fucking, it's whatever. I'm just not gonna make it. Make what?
I'm just not gonna make it.
Nah,
Mathematic.
I got something going on, but I can't make it because
You
know,
got young, impressionable viewers, and you're teaching them this?
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, make it happen because what I mean. Then you bite you down. Nah, whatever, man. Fuck it, man. You gotta act tough, like you don't care. Nah, fuck, I'll figure it out. Like, wait, do you need money? I mean, shit. If it's cool, I mean, nah, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna leave. Look, I'm gonna get up and then.
That's how you did it to get girls to
Hold
give you
on.
money. Okay.
How much do you need? How much you got?
Oh,
hold on.
oh God.
Look, I've seen that.
I
move.
needed shoes. I need to fucking, you know what I mean? I need to buy girls fucking cheese fries.
It's funny.
at-
I seen my
in high
brother do the
school.
same shit
Yeah.
for shoes too, and she
Oh,
bought him
God.
sneakers.
I used to have girls buy me sneakers, an outfit. I used to like, cause when I was, you know what I mean, I was out here, dating girls that had jobs and shit. And I used to be driving their cars. Hell yeah, I was that guy. Fuck you.
All right, when we come back, we got Dr. Kat Meyer, and hopefully she can fix Jesus.
Yeah.
If he's got a smaller penis, does that
I never
not
said that.
help? That's what.
Hold on, that was
He
never
wants
in
to
my
make
mind.
sure he can still pleasure a woman. It's not about the size, is what he wants to know.
Never actually is about this size.
Is there anything on your guys' mind that you're ready to talk to her about?
This is bump on my dick. I'm saying I don't trust someone about
sex
sex
therapist?
if they ain't hot. 'Cause you definitely ain't fucking. I bet
That's
that.
not true. That's not true.
Yeah.
Ugly people fuck all the time. Ugly people be having sex, for sure.
I don't know, dude. I trust a very beautiful, pretty girl, because then I'll be like, well, you definitely know what's up.
No, that's not even true because you have to be a sexual person. A lot of girls that are pretty, from what I hear from dudes, they're pillow princesses.
What's Pillow Princess?
Pillow princess.
What's that?
She lays in the pillow like this. She's all dolled up. She got her hair done, her nails done, her toes done, and they just lay there like that.
And that's it?
Yeah.
You don't do nothing?
Pillow princess. Now I remember I used to take there was this big teddy bear. It was like a husky, like a big teddy bear husky, and I was just humping it. And my grandma was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I don't know."
But not for me, but I have a friend that might like ass play in order to orgasm. Why is that? Not for me.
If we
Hold
could
on,
invent
time
this-
out. That wasn't for me.
Is it true that the male G-spot is in the asshole?
I've heard that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Whoa, you're trying to tell us?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Oh no, what? And we are back, and we've got a very special guest. I'm excited to have her here on the couch. Give it up for Dr. Kat Meyer. Yeah. Meow. So
Meow.
what is the title you prefer? Like sex therapist,
Whoa.
sexpert?
Well,
Like,
can we, yeah.
easy.
Can you relax?
What is the title you prefer when people address you or like come to you?
Yeah. Sex therapist. I'm also specialized in ketamine-assisted therapy, so I like to go by like sex and psychedelic therapist.
How does a meeting with you look?
So when you're working with me and I'm in the session with you, you're not having sex. Things you might feel pleasure in your body. You might feel really sensual with the other person, as in like you're touching, or petting the other person, or you're gazing into their eyes, that kind of thing. But then mostly I give the practices outside of the session for you to do in the privacy of your home.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now I have a question. Jesus messaged this question.
Yeah.
If he's got a smaller penis, does that
I never
not
said
help? That's what.
Hold on, that was
He
never
wants
in my
to make
mind.
sure
That's
he
something
can
that-
still pleasure a
Listen,
woman.
sometimes-
it's not about the size; is what he wants to know.
I would
right?
like him to do psychedelics because, as you can see, he's battling some demons in there that we don't know about.
The
these
question
little
was
baby
messaged
demons.
in from
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah.
Sepulveda at gmail.com.
That was not my fucking email.
That question is asked so often, and I think it comes from this fear of not being enough. We want to be a good lover.
Right.
And it never actually is about the size. It's about how you learn to seduce her body or be in your own pleasure and hers. And then for him, I like to think of size as
Whoa, I don't like the way you pointed at me
the-
when you said that. She was like, and for him, I'm like, whoa, wait. That was not my question. Again, I'll whip it out right now. That's how confident I am. Let's go. What's up?
Again, look at the body language.
I'll
Why are you
fill
so
up a
nervous
fucking-
right now? Like, you
I'll
want to try
fill
it?
up a fucking toilet paper roll. I swear to God. Bring that shit right here.
Yeah,
It's
but
not all about
I
size.
think of it as the lazy type of sex, because you're just gonna fill it up and just rub it around a little bit, but like that gets boring after a while. I mean, bring in some
You
spice,
watch
bring
her
in some creativity.
No, but it's funny that you're saying that sex has to be more creative, because a lot of people don't think about like that sex needs to be something that needs to be creative.
I think that's where I lacked.
What about for people that some feel like, I want to be in a relationship with you, but I also want to like hook up with other people? Like, do you
Yeah.
get that a lot, where there's that one couple that's like, I want to be with other people, and then that person will be like, no, I want to be with one person? How do you handle that? Like,
Well, I do that.
yeah.
Yeah. I work with a lot of individuals who want something that's not traditional. And I think our cultural idea of relationship is one person for the rest of your life, and that's it. But if we realize that there is an infinite potential of all these different types of relationships, it's going to take a lot of work. And especially because we're so programmed to think that it has to be this way. And so when you work with me, I can hold the space and help to translate what's happening.
If a girl says she wants to like try like different part, I'm out. Like I don't. What's wrong?
Yeah.
What's going on with people that can handle that? Can share partners and not have. And I have, what do they call that? Being in the open?
Polygamy.
Polygamy?
Polyamory?
Yes. What? Gesundheit?
Yeah, open.
I'm just saying. I ain't gonna repeat that.
Yeah.
Polygamy.
Polygamy.
So
Polagah-me? Yeah, Polagah-me, dude.
Monopoly. So here's the thing: is like, what's going on with them? What's happening with this person that they're like, okay, yeah, I'm down to do that. What's the common thing?
People look at this and say that there is no jealousy or there is no fear. You just are so confident to be able to do that, and that's not the case.
That's what I
I've
thought.
been saying
That's what I
that.
thought. Thank you.
I've
They're
been
like,
saying
come
that.
into this polygamous world where there's no jealousy, no nothing. I'm like, I don't know about you.
Yeah,
but
and I have
will
a theory.
stab you, boo.
I have a
Like,
theory.
you know, like, I don't know about you.
My theory is that they get off on feeling jealous. They get off on feeling hurt, and that's why they like to do it. There's something that about getting hurt that they like. That's comfortability for them, or like they like this feeling. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's possible for some people, but to generalize that to the whole population, I don't think it's fair.
Well, I'm generalizing on this one bitch I had, and I was like, yo,
it's
listen, the
specific.
way you grew up, I'm like, maybe that's what's going on.
It's that girl, huh?
I'm letting it out. Yeah.
Oh, it was her.
So then, if our partner is feeling
Yes.
jealous, how are we showing up for them? How are we connecting with the compassionate piece and the curiosity and the tell me more about that? What are you afraid of? What's I don't think that jealousy is a bad thing if we pause and get to know what that person needs to be able to feel met and safe and secure.
What if they want your passcode, and you're just like, I don't know if we're ready for you to get my password on my phone?
What are you hiding?
Whoa! My privacy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think privacy is important too, but then follow the curiosity with them. Okay, tell me more about that. Are there fears
but
that
there's
you
some
have?
girls that just love to fight. They just love that because
And
they
I've
grew up in that world. So
I've seen that in my office, and oftentimes when they pick fights, it's because they need to be seen and they need the connection. So the other partner, it may be a perfect match for hitting their wounds, and they may have this person who just pulls away and closes down, and that's just going to trigger it. So then I come in and I say, okay, let's look at this dance. How are you both contributing to this? And let's see if we can unwind this and see what the actual like fears and vulnerabilities are.
You can have like such a deep connection with someone and like vibe with them and be like, oh my God, you're my person, or it just seems like you're my person, and then sexually you guys get involved and you're like, this is not gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
My question is, did anybody bring that up? Do you talk about it? Do you say, hey, that sex was not as...
We're like,
Nah,
we
in
don't
your
talk
20s,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Keep it inside, lock it up, and just keep moving.
Yeah, but then you could be missing an opportunity with somebody so awesome. You just don't know what's getting in the way, and that's where I come into play. You know, I help you understand what's getting in the way so that you can have the sex life of your dreams. I don't necessarily subscribe to the incompatibility of our sexuality. It's more about the incompatibility of open-mindedness. And if both people are willing to learn about the other person and what the other person needs, then there's so much more that we can do there. But it's almost like we have this narrow mind or narrow vision of what sex is supposed to be like, and everything outside of it is a threat to us. Like, well, I don't know what to do outside of this thing.
Yeah.
And now this person needs something else. And so, if we don't talk about it, if we don't, come see me to figure it out, then that can blow up. We can pull away. We can, hide behind our protective parts and just don't look at me. I'm not a good lover. We're all scared of being a bad lover.
Is there a common problem you see with most relationships or marriages when they come see you? Like, is there like this is a classic textbook, this is what's happening in this relationship and this dynamic?
Mismatched desire. So where one person either wants sex a lot and the other person doesn't. And so then we have to go through this whole process of seeing like what might be the culprits here, what's contributing to it. So it might be something inside themselves, it might be something in the environment, it might be that the two people speak very different sexual languages, so to say. And so one person's taking on the language of the sex of the other person. Maybe it's sensual, but they're not really that sensual. They're more kinky, or they're more sexual, or they're more energetic, all these different styles of the way that we can have sex, but we just keep doing the same thing and then we don't want it anymore. Or there could be trauma, or there could be pain that's going on, or there may not be enough foreplay that's going on. And it's like, foreplay is like, have you ever gone down a water slide without water?
Trust me, I've been to Mexico at those water parks. When the water
still goes
cuts
down the
off,
slide. He don't
and
care.
you just hear like, and it's just skin just. Yes, I've felt that, and so I know exactly what you're talking about. You got to put them in the mood, right? I want to know body count, right? Do you know what body count is?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I don't know because you know.
How many people you had sex with?
Yes. Oh, there you go. Oh, you're from the streets. So here's the thing. Is that like a big deal breaker in some relationships? Like if like your body count's way too high, or also. Like, is it even important? Like, should we be asking these questions?
I like to encourage not asking that question, because me personally, I don't think that it's a big deal. But for somebody else, they might have they might ascribe meaning to this.
I need to know.
Yeah.
I ask.
Well, what if somebody lies to you?
Am I the biggest? They're lying. I know they're
what
lying.
if somebody lies to you?
I know they're lying, but I'm trying to like figure out how much they're lying.
Yeah. So what does body count mean for you? Like if somebody had a high and
Slut! No. Whore! No, just kidding.
And is
body
that
count means
bad?
like,
No.
yeah, because here's the thing. It's like,
What number's too high for you?
Yeah, what number is too high for you?
dude, when you get to the double digits, I'm like, God damn it.
No.
You just out here just, you know what I mean, seeing what fits. Like, but that was
At what
younger.
age?
Yeah, exactly. In my 20s, it was like, bro, I didn't want to know. In the 30s, it was just kind of like, I didn't even really ask. I was just like, it's all good. But then I'm still curious, and you want to know. You're just like, I want to know how many you've been. You think you can handle it. And even if they said fucking 2, I would have been like, I
thought I was the one for you. I thought I was the only one.
It's like, yeah, so,
So what does that mean when you hear a woman?
Well, here's the thing, doctor.
That-
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm glad we're talking about this now. The thing is, I think it's the Mexican machista in me. I think it's the the power trip. You know what I mean? You just want to be the one. I grew up with like the thing was you are the only partner for her.
Yeah.
If she already messed around and lost her virginity, she's considered a slut. And that was what I grew up in. People would talk like that. Adults, cousins, uncles. So I always looked at it like that.
Yeah.
And if I dated a girl with a kid, oh my God. You were just like, yo, why are you? So that was a big thing. And then I realized, oh, they need a grow up guy. You know what I mean? Those guys need to like come back to earth.
Yeah.
This isn't fucking the 1800s in Mexico.
But that still bothers you, because like you were saying, there's body count. Like, what if you found that perfect girl?
Yeah, it bothers you, but it's not gonna fucking like.
No, I'm saying,
maybe
what
just
if you
be
found
like,
that perfect girl? You vibe and everything, and then you drop the question. She's like, 73.
yeah, like I said, I grew up, Eric. I grew up, and then I just felt like that's nothing. Don't bother me. I'm just kind of like. Then I went to the phase of like, yeah, but I could do it better, bitch. Even though, let's be real, I can't. Let's be real. Let's be real, dude. Yeah.
Well, and I think you bring up a really good point. This is what we grew up with.
Yes.
So if we think of our brains like these computers that are picking up these experiences that we've had, that makes up our initial programming. And so then we're looking through the filter of these old programming that need to be updated. And creates this power dynamic between two people. If I can show you the way, baby, I'll show you how sex can be.
That's right.
Like
That's
you
me
don't
right there.
even know,
That's
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it down. Yeah.
And now it's in your head. Oh, somebody else showed you that. Oh, what if they're better than me? Now it's in your
Exactly.
head and it creates anxiety. So it's uncomfortable to be in that role. I get
That's
it.
what I've been saying, doctor.
get
Listen. That's what I've been saying. What's wrong with me? Am I broken?
And yet, somebody who has their own experience of their own body, of ownership of their own body, of learning what pleasure is like in their body, and then they show up to you and they're expressing and experiencing sex in that way. Imagine how different that is for you.
It's a power trip. I want to be in control. You know what I mean? It's a power trip. That's what it is. You said it. I like to be like, I'm showing you things, not you showing me. What the fuck wrong?
But what if that person shows you something and it blows your mind?
Oh, this cougar did one time, and I swear to God, ever since then.
That's probably why, because she probably showed you something and then you was like, I want more, and then she was like, I'm out, and maybe that caused a little bit of trauma.
It didn't cause trauma because I
little
wanted
bit of
out.
heartbreak.
I said, listen, I can't, be here with your grandkids and grandsons.
Grandkids?
I said cougar. I didn't say he's younger. I said cougar.
But you never got
A
your heart
woman.
broken by somebody?
That's the thing. I got my heart broken at a young age, and it messed me up. Ever since then, there's been this wall. I put bricks.
See, the heart and
There it
sex is
And I just put a wall, and I said, I'm never going to get hurt like this again.
Yeah, opening up Jesus.
I get... At
Yes!
least I'm
He's
opening up.
up,
Yeah,
yes!
let me open up.
Cheers to that.
Something you need to do. He's an alien. I don't know what's wrong with this guy.
He
Jesus
never opens
Christ,
up.
dude.
We're always the ones opening up here. You know what I realized with men, especially nowadays, like you bring out a vibrator when you guys are having sex, they're
Yeah.
like, what? I'm not enough.
Yeah.
Like, why are you bringing that out? Like they really feel a certain type of way.
100%. If I brought a vibrator out, in order for her to have an orgasm, it's like,
I think it
I
depends
ain't
on the
shit.
style of vibrator. Like if it's a brief kick, I'm like, yo, I'm out. But if she just goes in her drawer, like, okay, let's go, let's play.
If you brought a vibrator out for her and you said you want it, you would be a king. She'd be like, you care about my pleasure.
all right, I'll do it. But the vibrator gotta have my skin color, because I'll be
So she can't tell the difference.
Hold on, I feel like you're cheating on me somehow.
Some people do feel threatened by a vibrator,
Yeah.
which is so interesting.
I
Because I'm
think
like, this ain't even a person. This is a little machine going ring a ding a ding a ding, you know?
Yeah,
What's the
and
Why
best-
it's-
just do a Dominican
Mine's a
dance?
ring a ding a ding 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 ding. Yeah, it mine's be dancing
I
the
have a
boat.
question. What's the best toy out right now?
Oh, that's a big question because there's so many toys. I mean,
So many ones.
ranging from vibrators to butt plugs to kinky toys and I don't know.
It depends
that's
what
really
you're
hard.
into.
Yeah, that's really.
I gotta go
hard.
shopping.
All right, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, so stay tuned. Don't pull your pants back up yet. We got more Cat Meyer.
For a woman to orgasm from the back door, I didn't know.
Anal sex. Somebody's like, oh, don't do that. That's scary.
Oh, it's
or,
fucking
like,
Eric's
yeah.
favorite. Look how he's fucking sitting,
Yeah,
dude.
but
Stop,
maybe
stop.
maybe your partner's just afraid of.
Yo, I mean, if one was like anal, I know. Never mind. All right. Anyways, go ahead. Go.
And we are back with Dr. Cat Meyer, sex therapist extraordinaire. How do you keep that sex life alive and spicy? Because women after they have children, may feel a little insecure about themselves. They may feel a certain way. You also now got the kid in the, his schedule. So what recommendations do you give to like married men to like, hey, let's keep things alive. Let's keep things spicy. Don't just go in there and like you were saying, jackhammer. Just
Worship her body.
Worship her body?
Worship her body. Make her feel so luscious and just like a queen, to support her to feel really good in her own body.
Dang,
you know,
you're
it's
right.
like,
I'm
think
learning
about
stuff.
this. If you're taking care of kids all day, your mind is on kids, and it's hard to then shift into sexy mode. So there needs to be a transition, and how are you supporting in this transition for her?
I dated a girl who had a mole, and I think that's because I was always like, damn. This shit
How
was
did you
out
make
there.
her feel special?
That's the thing. I didn't worship her, but if I would have just
kiss the mole?
Kiss the mole, tickle the mole, kiss the mole first, you know what I mean? Then she would have been.
Wait, is this how we found out you and Sasha were smashing?
No, we didn't fucking grow up. No, she had a mole on her neck, and I was always like kissing the other side. And she's like, "How come you didn't want to sit here?" I'm like, "Oh no, it's because the eyes and my,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
So-
But I also think like bringing in playfulness, bringing
Yeah.
in fun, bringing in like how can we make something, I call them pervertibles. How can we turn
let's talk
something
about that.
that is traditionally not sexual and make it something that's perverted and fun and silly and playful? Like bring in laughter into sex, and I think that amplifies it.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
that. How do I make my man or my significant other feel
Want to get
special?
you pregnant? Want to get me pregnant?
Or like, how
what
do I
gotta
spice it
do?
up for them? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how does it feel? How can I make it feel different for them?
We do these things to support our partner to feel a certain way, but ultimately it's about us getting into our body and being in pleasure and making the fun for
So I just
ourselves.
take a titty,
So
put it
it's
in
like
his
we
mouth.
make
Yeah,
wait for the other person.
Or what,
Yeah,
if, what if it's too wild though, and the other person's not about that wildlife?
So then there could be a negotiation.
Negotiation,
To find something in the middle. So maybe you don't get exactly what you want, but you can find something around it.
I don't want an Impossible Burger. I want the burger. I want the goddamn meat.
Okay, so what does
I don't want to do no like, well, because you're saying like you find a middle ground. Like no, but if it's not that, then I don't want that.
Yes.
I don't want this middle ground. Like what
So
if?
then what
what
would
if
be
we
the, what
do
would be
it?
the negotiation? What would be the
Yeah,
thing that
so
you
then-
want?
Like having sex in a hotel room with the windows open, people can watch, but it's like maybe they're not in it, but they're in it somehow. It's like I don't want to do that shit.
Yeah, but maybe you can find out
Bring
what
the
are,
bitch. No, just
what are
kidding.
the fears around it, what are the concerns around it. Is there some way that we can meet some of those instead? You know, anal sex. Somebody's like, oh, don't do that. That's scary.
Oh, it's
or,
fucking
like,
Eric's favorite. Look how he's fucking sitting,
Yeah,
dude.
but
Stop.
maybe your partner's just afraid of.
Yo, I mean, if one was like anal, I know. Never mind. All right. Anyways, go ahead. Go.
I apologize for these two.
all the time.
I mean, if I'm lying, I'm lying.
No.
You know what?
This is just real.
No.
This is what's out there. This is
Yes.
what comes into my office. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So okay. So that like anal
Yeah.
sex and like the fear around that. How
Yeah.
do you like? How do they ease into that?
Anal sex, there's got to be a lot of prep. I think a lot of times we're just like, stick it in. Oh, we want it. Let's do it. Let's stick it in. And that can be really painful. That can cause tears. That can cause the person to not enjoy themselves. But there's a whole lot of prep that needs to happen at least a week or two beforehand to help support it. Then, when you do that, it can be insane. It can be such a powerful orgasmic experience. But you got to take the time with the body. You can't go faster than it.
For women and men?
For women and men.
So women
Men?
and men can have.
All genders. Yeah.
Is this true?
Did you just figure out you had a booty hole? Wait,
I
women
know.
and-
I never like
We all
like.
got booty holes.
I know
way.
we both have booty holes, but
I
it's
didn't know
also like for a woman to orgasm from
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
from the back door. I didn't know. Like, but
Eric,
like
did
it's
you
a
know
whole.
this?
No,
I didn't
I'm
know
learning
this.
too. God.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Look, I'm learning a lot about the things that you're saying, and it's like it's very interesting because it's like there is this linear thing about how we think about sex, and I
Yeah.
think we all have like, this is what I'm gonna do, this is how I'm gonna put it down, or like
Yeah.
this is what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have these tricks. But it's like sometimes it gets old, and if you don't want to jump from partner to partner.
Yeah.
Because that also doesn't feel good sometimes. It's like, what is the common ground? If I'm bored here, but I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do that, I don't want to jump around from being from this person to this person, but then I'm bored here, like, what am I going to do, you know?
And there's a lot of practitioners. So myself, I lead couples retreats with BDSM, which is more of a kinky type of sex.
Yeah.
And then
BDSM?
Tantra.
You know what that is?
No. Is that the Asian
Tell
girl?
'em.
BDSM stands for bondage, discipline, sadomasochism.
What's that?
Tell him.
All
me.
the sexual activity that's more on the fringes. So it could be bondage, it could be handcuffs, it could be spanking. It could
Oh
be
yeah,
Pull it
no,
up,
no,
pull it
no,
up.
no, 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 no,
It is
time
up.
out.
Put it up.
Pull it
Here's
up.
the thing. I don't even like girls trying to scratch me and it's like, ugh, what the? With girls like, oh my god, like, oh, hey, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
But
People like this.
that's more kinky,
Enjoy-
right? That's on the
enjoy
kinky
getting-
side.
Okay, so
Enjoy it.
these kinks.
Yeah.
What it's like if somebody's into these kinks, should I be a red flag and be like, oh, we gotta go see a therapist because we gotta fix some trauma here. Does that come from trauma?
No.
No.
That's
They
like
like,
the
dude.
biggest misconception.
You don't like something just because
Buddy,
you like it.
There's
I
some
guarantee
people
you
that like
it's
spicy
deep.
food. Some people that like bland food. You're not gonna oh, they like bland food. They got trauma. Or they like spicy food because they got trauma. That's what people like.
I like spicy because of trauma, right?
Oh my god.
Yes.
I
My
apologize.
parents
Is that
used
why
to
you
give
like
me, my parents used to give me ceviche and then they're like, this one has chile. You eat it, cabrón, eat it. That's what you get. And I'm forced to eat it. Now I'm like, now I can't eat it without fucking eating spicy food. I don't like spicy food,
Yeah.
but I have to.
So that's your kink.
That's your kinky.
That's not my kink. I'm just saying that's what that's just like
You're
you're
a
taught
spicy.
these things.
That's what they
you're
know
taught
as.
these things. I really do believe that you're taught these things. I feel like if you're into a weird kink, it has to be deeper than that.
Well, she's
it
a
comes from
doctor.
something.
She's
No?
a doctor
No.
and she could really explain that. So
That's true.
Nope, and we're getting it more in the mainstream to where people just want to explore and do something fun. There's something really erotic and turn on about doing something that's naughty or doing something in secret. You know, oh, I'm not supposed to be in this power role.
How
you know,
many,
dominating somebody with consent? You know,
gotcha.
yeah. There's consent. There's negotiation that happens beforehand. Even pain. Like, you know, I'm somebody who's a feminist and they want to be dominated by their male partner. And it's like, oh, in the space in which we're playing and we create a scene, we can play this out, but that's not the reality of how I live my life outside. So
Gotcha.
it almost like creates this container for us to play out things.
My thing is how many of that percentage are white people? Because that's some white people shit, I feel.
more free spirited. Like we didn't have that. I didn't
Yeah.
have that.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that either. I'm from St. Louis. And it wasn't until I moved to LA 14 years ago
Let's
that
go.
I started
LA be
seeing-
opening minds, huh?
Yeah.
Who
I started
did someone
seeing-
mess you up? Was it a guy?
No, nobody messed
it-
her up. She just blew
Are
like
you
you
sure
know.
it wasn't
I'm
no
like-
guy that went whoa and you just went like, damn, and he just opened to a new world of just fucking.
It's a different
I'm
world.
just saying because you weren't like that and then you were like that. What was the thing that made you
Yeah,
start
I started
being
studying
like that?
sex therapy.
Oh, there you go. You were
and
studying
Yeah,
it.
and
Damn.
so I was immersed in the BDSM world, and then I started doing neo tantra, which is more of like the spiritual, the energetic type
Yeah.
of sex. Yeah, and it created these reference points for me of like, oh, this is possible to do that. When you see somebody else be able to do that, now it's in your mind of like it's possible.
Is there a move or exercise you could teach us where we could just incorporate into the bedroom that would take our partner and be like, oh, what's this?
Yes,
Yes!
I want something new.
There
I
it
want to
is.
like look it
Okay,
up. Like
yeah.
You're welcome. I didn't
Just
do a
wanna practice.
Sasha. I'm
Fucking-
Dominican.
yeah,
What
yeah.
happened? What?
A sit, a
Teach
pop,
us
or something.
something.
growing up, I remember there were certain things that I would talk to my friends like, I'm like, I would never do that. Was there a part of you that I'm like, oh my God, this is wrong, or like, this is interesting?
It's been a long journey because I also come from trauma from my early age. So I had to do a lot of reprogramming around even just feeling safe in my body again.
Oof,
And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
a real one.
yeah, but then I also had this deep determination to heal. And I didn't want sex to be something that was scary. I wanted to be able to have relationships. I couldn't hold relationships. So
That's interesting.
these, I dove into everything that I could. And of course I would get in there and sometimes be like, oh, this is too much, you know, and I'd have to come out and then, you know, do some inner work and look at why was that too much, and then learn about how to express my needs or what my boundaries and my limits were so that I could create safety for myself. And then it turned some of these experiences into, oh, there's nothing wrong with the people in the BDSM community.
Gotcha.
They're people that want to be fully expressed and play. It's like this essence of playfulness.
Right.
And I had never worn lingerie before. I was 20.
Jesus hates lingerie.
I hate lingerie.
Yeah.
He's
It's a
like,
waste
this-
of time.
So walking
That's how he feels.
around
Yeah.
in
Oh,
that.
you had a bad experience with lingerie.
No. What were you trying to say?
Yeah. So walking around in this environment of people in this dungeon-like setting.
Yes.
And other people were fully owning their bodies and their sexual expression helped me to reprogram the slut. of like,
yeah,
I can own my body, I can own my expression. That is not an invitation for somebody else. I can learn how to hold my boundaries, pick who I want, but still be and dress and act how I want to, and that doesn't make anything wrong about me.
You know what's interesting about that? It's finding the safe space to be that.
Yeah.
Because as a woman, we both know as women, like sometimes people prey on that and be like, oh, well, she's down for, you know what I'm saying? Like, and being in that environment sometimes makes you feel like I shouldn't even show up this way, even though this is how I want to show up, but I can't because it's going to make people think that I'm inviting them to my vagina and I'm not. So like even that, like how do you find the safe spaces? How do you find a place to feel comfortable?
For women to walk down the street in an outfit, like I love wearing whatever the fuck I want to wear.
Right.
However, I will get eyes that look that feel an energy that feels really unsafe.
There's the safe stairs, right? But then there's the stairs of like,
Ah,
I'm about to pull up. I'm about to wait on this person.
You're right, because I'm gonna do my own little tests and theories and stuff. I'm gonna wear short shorts. I'm gonna show package
Please don't.
and see if I get any safe, scary stares.
You will.
So I think it's important to think about like creating safety, as in like who do I surround myself with?
Yeah.
You know, do I have friends who celebrate and support me too? And then also I feel relaxed knowing that I can set a boundary. I can say, you know, leave me alone, but they will too. And I think that creates this
beautiful.
added sense of
Yes.
safety for us
Yeah.
to be more of our expressed self.
Is there a move or exercise you could teach us where we could just incorporate into the bedroom that would take our partner and be like, oh, what's this?
Yes! I want something new.
There it
I want to
is.
like look it
Okay.
up. Like,
Yeah.
You're welcome. I didn't
Just
do a
wanna practice.
Sasha. I'm Dominican.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
happened? What?
A sit, a
Teach
pop, or
us
something.
something.
A stretch.
So some of the best things you can do, you already have access to. So breath, sound, and movement are your favorite tools here. So if you change your breath, if you notice that oftentimes your breath will start to get really quick and shallow, if you instead slow your breath down, so breathing in and out of your mouth. Yeah, nobody wants to make eye contact with me. I got it.
I was making eye contact with you when you talking about. I was like breathing.
I'm doing the breath. I'm doing the fucking. I'm in it. I'm in it.
Sasha
So-
threw her microwave.
Yeah, so slowing
We stop
down your
fucking, don't
breath really helps you to drop into your body, and it also helps to increase your arousal because your body has a difficult time with the arousal and with the orgasm. So you want to relax your body. Sound vibration helps to again open the body, but it also we can be really turned on by the sound of our partner. So whether it's hearing their breath in our ear or you hearing them moan, and I know that guys are a little more, you know, vulnerable about sounds and they don't necessarily want to moan, but
Yeah.
if I hear a guy moan, it's such a fucking turn on. Like I'm like, give that shit to me, you know. And it because it also communicates that they're
I'm
in
no.
pleasure.
You're right. I used to be a all you got was hot air from me.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I was fighting all that shit. Now you should see. Oh fuck! Like I'm a different guy now. All right. I know my body. I know what I like. Now some people are like, "Yo, your girl was wild." I was like, "She didn't say shit." That was all me, baby. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm fine." All that.
Yeah.
You ever say a sentence? You ever say a whole sentence? Oh my God. I telling you, I am a moaner, baby. Yeah. Are we not in a safe place?
Yo, you're in the safe space.
Okay then. We're in a safe fucking place. Eric, shut your ass. This will vibrate from his Eric's one of these. Eric's one of these. That's what he is. He's a hot breath vibrator. Oh, fuck.
Oh my God.
I apologize.
Anyway,
That was funny. Yo, that was funny. That was good.
I'm being open.
Breath, sound.
And movement.
And movement.
So many of us just do this back and forth or very stiff type of movement. But if you learn to move your entire body, then it helps to spiral the energy and increase arousal and increase your chances for orgasm.
Oh yeah. You see, I got the Shakira moves. You know what I mean?
Okay. Hips don't lie.
Oh, man. Oh.
Your hips don't lie.
Yeah, I feel like it's getting possessed.
Wherever we're meant to be together.
Starting with just tilting and tucking your pelvis. So like rocking your pelvis back and forth. And already you can feel a turn on.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And then moving into circles into the hips. And again, so many of us are stiff here because we just don't move that way. So it's really helping to break and break loose and open up into the pelvis, and then even into the spine. So can you spiral up the spine or allow your spine to S shape forward and back? Yeah. So it's almost like making sex a dance in that sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are there like
do you
exercises
recommend
you can do,
music?
like hula hoop or something to get your hips moving?
Yeah, and do you recommend music like during,
You don't
sex
got
at
music?
time?
I throw that Bad Bunny album on.
You be like, bitch.
See, I can't do no Bad Bunny. I can't do Bad Bunny.
All right,
I
we
can't
get
do
it.
Bad
You're
Bunny.
Mexican, Selena. All
Nah,
right.
not even Selena. Nah,
What's
nah,
on your
nah,
playlist?
Nah, nah,
Your
What's
sex
on your playlist?
I mean, come on, girl. Some Avant, you know what I'm saying?
Avant, yo. Making
Some,
good love all night.
Ooh, shit. So some Ush got to go through that.
Usher,
Some
yes,
Trey
Usher.
songs, if you know what I mean. If you really want to fuck shit up.
Songs with a good beat,
Yeah.
so that the two of you can sync up on
Yeah.
it. Because if it doesn't have a good beat, then
I hear
you
your
can
song,
be
I lock the door.
disjointed. Yeah.
What playlist would you recommend for some people?
I mean, I've got some good playlists. So
Oh, what's your playlist?
follow me on Sex Love Yoga.
Can you share
I
one
was
of your
gonna say,
playlists with us?
I bet
can I
Dr.
say
Cat.
something? Can I guess? I think your
Yeah.
playlist has like rain sounds. Some like, you know, hearing the camping, the fire.
It is.
I don't know, girl. I think it's the tattoos. I don't know what it is. Rain sounds and wind, and it's like I feel like the guys like when you walk in the room, you see crystals and lights and like energy and like those rugs that are on the wall. You're like, fuck, what is this? We got a meditation.
Racially
Is it-
profiling right
I
now.
have so many different types of playlists because I work with so many different types of people, and I love to help them create those experiences.
The three of us should come up with our own sex playlist, put it up, and have
Yes.
people vote. And
Yo,
see who got the best
let's do it.
sexual playlist.
Yes.
Oh my God, let's do that. Let's do that.
All right, so before you go, is there any lasting advice you could give us when it comes to sex or relationships or dating? I feel like you've gotten a sense of our personalities.
I would say that the potential of your sex life is infinite as long as you stay curious.
Ooh,
Man,
damn.
okay.
Damn, that was deep. That should be on a pillow.
I know.
Well, thank you, Dr. Kat Meyer, for being here. Can you tell our listeners, tell our viewers where they can find you, your website, social media, all of that?
Yeah. So they can find me at sexloveyoga.com or follow me on Instagram at sexloveyoga.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much. I think we learned a lot. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you like, subscribe, tell a friend, be a friend, spread the word.
I need a cigarette after this.
No, seriously, like I learned so much today.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm rock hard right now.
Yeah.
All right, Sasha, Erik, thanks again, guys. Great episode. Whew. Man,
Yeah, dude.
what an episode.
Yeah, it was fun, dude. Yeah, she was fun.
Anything jump out at you?
Yeah, dude, the whole male G spot, like being down there, I don't know, dude. I just don't buy it.
Yeah, I mean, she brought up some pretty interesting points.
Yeah, but it's a male G spot. I mean, how is she really gonna know?
Yeah.
Like, here?
How short you think his fingers are? Like, why is he digging so long?
Technique, man.
Technique.
Well, we found it.
Great doctor.
All him.
Just gotta walk it off. That's it.